Excitement everywhere you look on an amazing weekend. This is the FA Cup third round highlight show. Taking the first step toward glory, could Manchester United put last year's Wembley heartache behind them against Aston Villa? Gunning for an upset, but could Burnley cause the shock of the round against the Premier League leaders Arsenal? Coming up, all the drama, the goals and the huge shocks that made this third round cup weekend one to be remembered. Blackburn Rovers reached last year's FA Cup semi-finals, taking Chelsea to extra time before they succumbed to the eventual winners. They started this year's competition against Championship outfit Coventry City. The Sky Blues have been struggling in the league, but did beat Manchester United in the League Cup earlier in the season. And the hero that day, Michael Mifsud, was at it again. Ian Dowie's Coventry looked Blackburn's equals in every respect, and they got a chance to further their lead thanks to Zurab Kajanashvili's challenge. Elliot Ward confident with the spot kick. When Dili Adebola picked the ball up for Coventry, there didn't seem to be too much danger for the Blackburn defence. But Adebola found a way through. Incredibly, now it was 3-0 to Coventry. Finally, the Blackburn fight back started. David Bentley showing what he's capable of. But with time running out for Rovers, they were making it more and more difficult for themselves. Mifsud finding himself in space again and completing the humiliation for Blackburn. Another marvellous cut display from Ian Dowie's team. Everton, 6th in the Premier League, against Oldham, 13th in League One. Surely a mismatch, but this is the FA Cup. A bright Everton start quickly faded as John Sheridan's underdogs showed that they were up for the challenge. And on the stroke of half-time, Gary McDonald lined up a shot from distance. And what a strike it was. Everton stunned. Oldham held their own after the break, and they were edging toward an upset. Then, with seconds remaining, Yakubu with virtually the last kick of the match. But no denying, a sensational win for Oldham Athletic. It's what the FA Cup dreams are made of. Villa Park, the venue for the highest-ranking clash in this year's third round, Aston Villa against Manchester United. It's almost becoming an annual tradition in the FA Cup. This, the fourth meeting in 7 years. United had won the previous 3. New England coach Fabio Capello was present, and so was our commentator, Peter Brackley.
Yeah. It's a good strong tackle though by Michael Carrick. No question, United will have to be on their game today. Here's Petrov. Good effort too. Well, he hasn't scored at home yet this season, Stiliat Petrov, and he hasn't been an automatic selection either. Carrick, as ever, the outlet at midfield. He won't be venturing too far forward. Plenty of others that can do that, including this fellow, Cristiano Ronaldo. Can't get away from Melberg, though. Carrick. Melberg. Knowing full well that Emperor was there too. Ronaldo. Pumped away. Oh, straight to Giggs from Clarkson. It was sloppy goalkeeping, and he knows what a great chance that was. And the man who is normally so sure-footed in front of goal has wasted a terrific opportunity for Manchester United to take the lead. Michael Carrick. I think Rio Coca spotted Rooney. It's a great ball as well. Releasing Ronaldo. Now there could be problems. Oh, just over from Rooney. Goodness me, that was close. Such a swift counter raid then from United. Ronaldo with time to look up. And Rooney got in front of defenders then, got in front of Rio Coca. And Martin O'Neill won't be happy at the room that Rooney had when he did arrive in the centre. Good jump by Davis, but here's Giggs. Trying to slot it on. Not quite sending Rooney on his way. Here's Giggs again. Did very well too. Rooney on for Anderson. Giggs again. Right across for Ronaldo! And it's that man yet again for Manchester United. His 19th goal of the season. It's heartbreak for Aston Villa. You'd have to say sloppy defending, but some really positive attacking by the Red Devils. He's got in front of Baumer then, got goal side of him, and he was so determined then, Ronaldo. And maybe they are yet again heading for a victory over Aston Villa. Rooney. Delightful pass. Here's Ronaldo. Now is he going to settle it? And Rooney! That's it now. And once again, it's joy for United and utter misery for Aston Villa. He's back. And he's back with a goal. Ronaldo and Rooney. The deadly duo. Rooney claiming his 9th goal of this season to ease any remaining United nerve.
Holders Chelsea look to become only the 6th club to retain the FA Cup. They played host to their West London neighbours, Queen's Park Rangers, at Stamford Bridge. The last time Chelsea were knocked out by a lower league club was 13 years ago. It looked like business as usual on 28 minutes. Keeper Lee Camp unfortunate to turn in Claudio Pizarro's well-struck drive. Huddersfield welcome Birmingham City to the Gal Farm Stadium. The Premier League strugglers lying 42 places above their hosts on the pyramid. But despite this, just 1 win in 6 for Alec McLeish's side meant that anything could happen. With 4 minutes on the clock, the home side took advantage of some poor Birmingham defending. Luke Beckett on hand to drill home the rebound. The Terriers won up. Midway through the half, Birmingham stepped up a gear. Summer signing Gary O'Connor on hand for the equaliser. One of the Scotsman's easier finishes this season. The scores remained level until 9 minutes from time. Step forward Chris Brandon to volley the League One side into the history books. Doing jubilant celebrations among the hometown support. And a lucrative spot in the 4th round, the prize for the West Yorkshireman. Premier League Portsmouth travelled to Portman Road to meet Ipswich Town, a game which saw the Championship contenders looking to extend an impressive home record. Tony Gubba watched the action.
Here's Glenn Johnson. Well, he's managed to squeeze through and he's driven it in. And Neil Alexander, the Scottish international goalkeeper, going down to save it one-handed. And then it was cleared for a corner. Here's Nugent on the chase, and he's going to get to this first. Here's Nugent, and Ipswich are behind And the half-time substitute, David Nugent, has put Portsmouth ahead with a rather fortuitous goal. That was deflected. Nugent's waiting. Oh, and he's hit the top of the crossbar. And it's still 1-0, but only courtesy of the woodwork. No great hurry to take this free kick inside the last 15 minutes. Glenn Johnson. Diop posits, but he got a better header that time, having had two earlier attempts which were way off target. Kept that one below the crossbar and forced Neil Alexander to make a save. Here's Johnson. This is Crankiar. Oh, Otaka. Well, how did he not put that in the net? Cunago, he's got sight of goal. He's trying to tee it up for somebody. Hariderson's head, they've not got it clear. Here's the chance, oh, and James with a match save. David James showing his qualities to deny Danny Haynes, who thought that was in.
Number 31, and captain, Andy O'Brien. Ladies and gentlemen,
Sheffield United suffered a shock in last year's third round when they were beaten by Swansea City. Now relegated to the Championship, it was them hoping to cause an upset of their own against Bolton, and that's exactly what happened. David Carney got the goal for the Blades, yet another third-round upset in this, the weekend of the underdog. Just a week ago at this same venue, Tottenham Hotspur and Reading took part in a 10-goal thriller. The home team won that one 6-4. Spurs keeper Paul Robinson has been a busy man behind a shaky defence all season. But a Stephen Hunt free kick caught him off guard. 25 minutes gone, and the goals were starting to flow again. The Spurs' response was emphatic. Dimitar Berbatov has been the subject of transfer speculation recently. This was why he is a wanted man. The home side dominated in the second period and were presented with the chance to take the lead by Liam Rosenior's challenge on Robbie Keane. Berbatov kept a cool head. After several more chances to wrap up the game, the Spurs defence was tested again late on, and again they couldn't stand up to it. Hunt on hand to take this one back to a replay for Reading. Two Premier League strugglers have survival on their minds rather than cup glory at present, but it was the visitors who got off to a better start here. Paul Sharner on target for Wigan. Into the second half now, and Sunderland in all sorts of trouble. Debutant Johnny Evans with the back pass, Paul McShane with the own goal. And Dave Cotterill completed Sunderland's misery late on. A fine strike from him and a fine win for Wigan. Middlesbrough travelled to a rain-soaked Ashton Gate to meet Bristol City for the second year in a row. Gary Johnson's men looking to avenge last year's fourth-round replay defeat. Things look good for the men from the West Country on 18 minutes. Defender Liam Fontaine bundling home from 2 yards to open the scoring. Middlesbrough have done well in the FA Cup over the past couple of seasons, though. Stuart Downing's strike highlighting their unquestioned cup pedigree. In a hard-fought second half, both sides squandered a number of chances, but it was the Premier League side who came out on top. David Wheater turning Lee Catamol's cross home to complete a narrow victory. Championship Wolverhampton Wanderers hosted non-league Cambridge United in a tie that may have been considered a formality. But the U's are a team on the up these days, chasing a return to the league and looking to announce themselves here with a cup run. And Neil Collins' handball gave Cambridge the initiative. Scott Rendell with his 4th FA Cup goal of the season. Cambridge set out to hold on, utilising a 6-man midfield, and they held their shock lead until the last 20 minutes. Michael Kitely then came up with the equaliser for Wolves. With just 2 minutes remaining and a replay looming, Collins looked to make amends for his handball, and he did, giving Wolves a late win against plucky underdogs. Premier League leaders Arsenal face a potential banana skin travelling to Turf Moor to take on Championship outfit Burnley. Arsene Wenger's men looking to avoid becoming the latest of numerous top-flight scalps in this year's 3rd round. The action watched by Peter Brackley.
Now Gray's after this one. Senderos not really with him. Oh, off the crossbar. Lafferty who came in. What a scare that for the Gunners. Colo Torre. Eduardo could be in here. Still Eduardo. And it was too easy in the end. A man who was right slap bang in form too. That's 6 goals in 4 games for the Brazilian. The last thing they need to do and want to do is to gift opportunities to Arsenal. There's another one. It's cleared off the line by O'Connor from Gilberto. Lafferty. And that was a pretty rash challenge, and he's off. And he did get a piece of the ball. Then Gilberto. Hoyt to Eduardo. Burnley chasing around at the moment, getting nowhere, and here's Bentner! It's a 2nd goal for Arsenal. Beautifully created, some controlled passing around the field. And the finish there was all about composure from this young striker of such rich potential. So they can snatch one here right at the last to improve the scoreline, if nothing else. But it's not going to happen. It's job done for Arsenal on their trip through the Northwest. Final score at Turf Moor in this FA Cup 3rd round tie is Burnley 0, the Premier League leaders Arsenal 2.
League One Luton Town are a club in crisis. In administration, their very future is in doubt. But this money-making matchup against Liverpool was seen as a potential lifeline. Tony Gubber describes the action.
No flag. Oh, a great chance for Luton. They still haven't cleared it, Liverpool, and it's hooked over the crossbar by Galvin Andrew. But what a good opportunity. He's got a chance to drive it in again. Chipped in. Oh, it's over the bar by Talbot. That's Perry. Oh, and his header hasn't gone where he wanted. And here's Voronin just on as a substitute. Oh, and here's Peter Crouch. And Liverpool have taken the lead. And it's Peter Crouch who's made the breakthrough. but that's a real blow to the heart of Luton Town. Talbot still scrapping like a little terrier. Oh, and Edwards is arriving. Oh! They've equalised. And it's Dave Edwards. And maybe a touch as well off Risa. And it was the hard-working Talbot out wide who made a big contribution. And it looked to me as if the final touch might have come off the Liverpool player. Yes, it was. It was the outstretched arm of John Arne Risa.
Premier League Fulham were hoping that home advantage would be enough to see them through against League One Bristol Rovers. But the Londoners got off to a terrible start. Danny Cole's deflected shot, putting the Pirates ahead with just 3 minutes played. It took until just before the break for the home side to respond. Northern Ireland striker David Healy with the goal for Fulham. But cheered on by 7,000 travelling fans, Rovers managed to stun their hosts again. Craig Hinton with the header. Fulham went close several times and got the equaliser thanks to Danny Murphy. A shock avoided, but there's always the replay. With just one win all season, the Premier League's bottom team looked ripe for a beating by Championship side Sheffield Wednesday. Derby's defending has been the main cause of their poor form, and mistakes at the back seem to be par for the course. Lewis Price somehow letting Mark Beaver's shot through. Next it was the turn of Darren Moore, the centre-back, totally misjudging this header. Marcus Tudgay, the grateful Wednesday beneficiary. With Derby in such poor form, could this really be termed a shock? New Rams boss Paul Jewell was hoping that this cup tie could help his team get back to winning ways. They did at least show spirit. Kenny Miller stole in to put Derby on the score sheet. And promising young midfielder Giles Barnes managed to lift some of the gloom at Pride Park. No further scoring in the second half. 2-2 it finished.